that looks good. Oh,
Today we'll see heavy animals.
see? Oh, darn. Oh, here we go. Hey, stretch.
And we'll show you how to bake a cake.
All right, all the way, all the way, all the way. Oh, get that out of the way. And tea.
We'll visit a man who's seen space aliens.
Snip, snip here, and...
And we'll learn all about computers.
broken, but it looks good. Okay, and one more.
It's out of control. And now the man who put the P in the word psychology, just so kids could have fun on their spelling test. The man who put the ram in the Ram-a-lam-a-ding-dong, the host of Out of Control, Dave Coulier.
Diz, how many times do I have to tell you? Wait till till the announcer's finished, and then pull the curtain.
Well, I'm sorry, Dave. It's just that I got so very excited and forgot.
Forgot? Diz, don't you know that running a show like this is a science? And with science, you can't forget about things like that, or they don't get done.
You mean this show is a science?
Well, sort of.
Does that mean you're like Albert Einstein?
Well, no.
Hey, gang, did you hear that? Dave says he's a genius.
Diz, I'm not a genius.
Well, you're at least scientifically stupid.
Diz, can you go wash a test tube or something?
Excellent traveling, Dave.
You know, speaking of science, that's what today's show is all about. Science, what it is and how it works. You know, if it wasn't for science, we'd all be watching television by candlelight today. Think about it. Now, our first story is about a special kind of science called archaeology. Well, you folks at home can call this story whatever you like, but we like to call it probably true.
Welcome to Dr. Gladstone's Bone Museum, the only bone museum west of the Mississippi that is listed as a bona fide wonder of the world in some book someplace. This museum is chock full of bones, and Dr. Gladstone has them carefully laid out and arranged. Bones of long-dead snakes, gorillas, and monsters that have no names. But they sure are ugly. A superstitious man, Dr. Gladstone, pieces together an old wishbone to make a wish. And what is the great boniologist wishing for?
I wish I could use Bill, the wonder dog, to help me find another big bone. One that'll make everyone come to my museum, so me and Bill can be rich. Gotta put a bone monitor on old Bill. This thing's got a radio transmitter and a cassette player in case Bill wants to listen to his favorite rock group.
And there goes Bill after a lost bone. And there, Bill has found another prehistoric burial spot. Bill rewards himself with a big drink of bathwater.
That's his favorite drink.
And Dr. Gladstone sets about cleaning up to get ready for the crowds.
Bill, you and me, we're gonna be rich.
Hey, be careful. You don't know where that's been.
That's for sure.
Hi, we're back.
Dave, I have to tell you something.
What is it, Waldo?
Well, you know we're doing a science show today, right?
Right.
I have made a great discovery.
Well, that's great, Waldo. What is it?
That!
Waldo, you didn't discover that. That's always been there.
Ah! But I found out what it does!
You mean you built it and you didn't know?
Well, I did, but I forgot. Watch this. There, you see, Dave? You pull the lever, and it takes the show someplace else.
Waldo, that's amazing. Now, how do you know where it's going to go, though?
Well, that's a problem that I'm still working on.
Say, that guy looks an awful lot like Hern.
Ah, this is the life.
That is Hern. Oh, the lever must be broke.
Hern? Hern, what are you doing out there?
What? Whoa! What are you guys doing out here?
Well, what are you doing out there, Hern? You called in sick this morning?
Hi, Dave. Waldo. I am sick. Really sick. So I called the doctor, and the doctor said, you need some fresh air. And why don't you put a hook on a string and a string on a pole and throw the hook into some water? So I'm just doing what the doctor told me to do, Dave.
Most people call what you're doing fishing, Hern.
Most people aren't doctors, Dave.
You didn't call in sick today to get out of doing your story, did you, Hern?
Of course not.
And your story is ready, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was up all night working on it. It's probably why I'm so sick. Whoa! I got something, Dave! Whoa!
And it's not a cold either.
The lever's broke, Dave. We were supposed to end up on the top of the Empire State Building. I don't know how we wound up fishing. You mean to fix it right now?
Not now, Waldo. It's time for our cooking story. You know, a lot of things are science that you don't even realize are science. Like cooking, for example. You have to measure the flour, make sure that you have the right ingredients.
Oh, Dave! Dave! It's a Whopper! Whoa!
So here's our very own Diz, Waldo, and Angela to tell us how to bake a cake.
Hello, America. And here we are with another hard-hitting expose as we search for the elusive truth. Let me rip the lid off of this story, wow, as we discover together how to bake a cake. So what kind of cake are we going to bake today? Well, I'm kind of partial to chocolate myself.
Pineapple upside-down cake.
Asparagus cake.
Asparagus?
Well, don't knock it till you've tried it, gang.
Oh, boy. Okay, so let's begin. Now, the first thing we need are some eggs.
Eggs.
1, 2... 3. Come on, Diz. There we go. 3 and 4 for good luck. How's about that? Hey, extra large or queen size legs will do. Need a little bit of milk to go with that, don't you think? Yummy in the tummy. Now, gradually, let's add a little water. Waldo, I think you've got that under control. You sure do. Boy, oh boy. And a little bit more, a little titch is what my grandmother used to call it. And how about something sweet? Something that just makes your mouth water. Oh, I can hardly wait to taste this cake. How about some flavoring next? Special flavoring. Oh, that's, yeah, that's, looks pretty special to me. That's good, Waldo. All right. Now, how about some, ooh, don't want to let that fish go. No, sirree. How about, next, some butter and some oil? Oh, Diz got the butter under control there. A few sticks, throw that in there. Oh, just the right touch, right. Oh, superb. Well, why don't we add something extra special? You know how people add to their favorite menus just a little touch of their personality, a little flair, a little funk, a little craziness. Sure. Okay. Hey, why don't we just stir this all up now? Sure, it's got to be a fine consistency so that it's ready for baking. It's very important. That way, it'll taste good even throughout the entire cake, right, from the edges to the middle. Okay, now why don't we put that in the oven? Looks like we're ready to bake. Waldo, can you carry this over? The oven has been preheated, naturally.
Just a minute.
And you can do it, Waldo. I know you've got the strength, the stamina, the willpower. Isn't this something? Doesn't that look swell? There we go. Time's up. Let's see what we have. Oh, magnifique. Oh, it's beautiful. Let's bring this on over here. See, and that's how you bake a cake. It's easy if you know how, even if you don't know how. See, cooking might be an art, or it might be a science. We don't know. All we know is this is how you bake a cake. Back to you, Dave. Good job, gang.
Principles of science. What goes up must come down.
Ha! That guy's never seen a cartoon before.
You sure this isn't a fish, Dave? I caught it fishing.
We're back, Hern.
Oh.
Are you ready for your story now?
Are you kidding? I'm always ready. I was born ready. Today my story's about,
Computers, Hern.
right, computers. Follow me.
Okay. Take it away, Hern.
Listen, you worthless hunk of tin. You gotta get me out of this, or I'm gonna put you in the band of a junkyard.
Relax, Hern. Relax. What's the problem?
I'm supposed to do a crash course on computers for our home viewers, but I've been sick. Haven't had the time.
Be glad to help you out, Hern. A guy like you? Why not? The first step in personal computing is to find the computer that's right for you.
Does this piece of junk have video games?
What are you looking for in a computer?
Computer games.
Do you want to do your homework, write a letter, or make a plane reservation?
Play video games.
When you've found the right computer, the next step is to turn the computer on.
Come on! Come on, you overgrown calculator! Where's the rocket ships? Where's the space aliens?
You did remember to turn the computer on, didn't you?
Oh.
Now you must learn the computer's language.
All they give me is the hard jobs around here. Hey, what the heck is that?
Once you've mastered the technique of talking to your computer is your friend and will do anything in its power to please you.
I'll bet.
It is at your command.
Hey, give me a game. Oh, this is a great game, Sitting Ducks. I've played this before. Take that, and that, and that.
So you see, the computer is a useful scientific tool, which can be used for video games,
Yeah.
spreadsheets, computer graphics, letter writing.
Slow down.
Protecting profit, debits, credit,
Stop it!
So you see, computers can be fun and easy. It's all a question of using it properly.
I'm gonna get you for this if it's the last thing I do.
Well, you better do it quick because aliens have landed. It's probably true.
From around the world. It's probably true.
There are some people who think there's life on other planets. There are other people who think the aliens are on their way. But I say they're wrong. I say the space people are here already. They walk among us. Aliens are everywhere. Come with me. There's some now. They're feeding. They're holding those cars prisoner. See? By controlling that man's thoughts, they got him to feed him a quarter. That's what they eat, you know. Quarters! Oh. And look! Over there! And there! And up there! They're everywhere! Get back! Back, I say! Here, want a quarter? Here, have another! Just stay back!
Hey, mister, that's not an alien. That's a video game.
Nah! They fooled you, too! It's an alien, I tell you!
Oh, yeah? Then how did it get here?
Whoa! Come with me! See those spaceships?
What spaceships?
Those spaceships! Oh, sure. They look like clothes dryers, but they're really spaceships. And those people are scientists.
What are those scientists supposed to be doing?
They're folding their laundry. Hey, is that your laundry? Yeah. See? Oh, now they're eating humans.
Train to Mars, Earth to Mars, coming Jandor. Don't worry about that deed you asked me to tell. He thinks we're just a bunch of Buccaneers. Ha. They don't suspect a thing. Ha.
Hey, while they're taking a break, this is a good time to change the program. Ah!
Wrong.
It will. Wait a minute. That's not a principle of science. Back to you, Dave.
Hi, we're back. You know, speaking of education and science, we're going to try a little experiment now.
Excellent! Can I have some?
Have some what?
Some gum. Didn't you just say we're going to try a little experiment?
No, I said we're going to try a little experiment.
What flavor gum is that?
Liz, can you go burn your Bunsen's or something?
Dave!
Well, it's time now to bring on our special guest, the man who knows all things about science and all things scientific. Please welcome Professor Gravity. Hey, Professor, welcome to Out of Control.
Hey, thanks. It's good to be here, Dave. It's good to be anywhere.
So, Professor, you are the world's expert on all things scientific, is that correct?
Yes, and I thought I would bring along this little experiment I cooked up in the lab this week. It's a new kind of explosive made out of common household items. Here, Dave, put this on. See, I don't really know what's going to happen, and I'd hate to take any chances with you or the studio or the world as we know it.
That's dangerous, huh?
Dangerous isn't the word, Dave. These chemicals we have here are so potentially, potential, as we scientists say, that they could make electricity, atomic energy, and even gravity obsolete by the year, 7 years from now or something.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Don't drop that, Dave.
What is this?
That's baking soda. Mom uses it to bake bread, you know, or to start the car in the morning, or wash the floor, or the cat. See, it's really harmless in itself. But when mixed with this, some people call this vinegar. I call it an accident waiting to happen. Watch what happens when these two mix together. Watch out, Dave! Stand back! Be careful!
Oh, Professor, that's really scary.
Don't do this at home.
Is it safe now?
Can we ever really be safe, Dave? Huh? Hey, what's this?
Don't touch that.
Oh, you shouldn't have said that, Dave. Never, ever, ever say, don't do this to a scientist. Oh, look where we are now.
Wait a minute. I gotta try that. Oh, well. Back to you, Dave.
Can you tell us where we are now, Professor?
Well, I could, I suppose, if I knew.
Well, while we try and figure out where we are now, why don't you take a look at our next story? It's about something else that got lost, and it's alive.
Mommy, this followed me home. Can I keep it?
Alive.
So you accidentally discovered a homeless cat. Well, how could your mother mind if you brought home one poor homeless kitty?
Mom, look, it followed me home. Can I keep him?
Absolutely not. No more pets.
But he was abandoned.
I'm sorry, but no.
He won't eat hardly anything.
Your father said no more pets, and that's that.
But he's gonna get squashed on the freeway. And he's so skinny, he seems like he's been starving for days. Can I please, please, please keep him?
All right. Bring him in.
Why can't you just collect stamps?
Yeah, I love cats, especially medium rare.
In 1955, scientists began to experiment with the possibility of creating life in the laboratory. We meant life as we know it.
Don't worry, Dave. I'll get this lever fixed once and for all.
Okay, Waldo. So, why do they call you Professor Gravity?
That's my name. Well, I was one of the first scientists to develop an anti-gravity pill.
Oh, yeah? How do they work?
It's very complicated and scientific. But basically, if you took one of these pills and you climbed up to the top of a very tall building, say the Empire State Building, and you jumped off, you'd either fly away or you'd float like a feather to the ground.
Oh, yeah? Just one of these little pills?
No, don't take that pill.
That's nonsense, Professor. I mean, science doesn't have the ability to make... Whoa!
I told you not to eat that pill. You're weightless, Dave. Right now, you're the equivalent of, on the moon.
Hey, you know, it's kind of fun, Professor. Whoa!
Be careful, Dave. Watch where you're going.
In my opinion, this show is scientifically stupid.
There! I fixed it. I fixed the lever for good. It is pretty darn hard on your fingers, though. All right, let's give it a try. Well, I sort of fixed it.
You must have reversed the polarity on the lever and brought us back upside down.
Well, where's Dave?
Oh, he went outside.
Well, I don't see him out here.
He went outside before you pulled the lever.
You mean that...
That's right. He's lost. Lost in the blackness of space.
But that's terrible.
Oh, he's all right. Or will be until the bill wears off.
How can you be sure?
Well, if you want me to, I'll show you. Look, with this miracle of modern science here. Hey, what's the area code of outer space?
415.
Right, Berkeley, yeah. Oh, hi, Dave.
Look, I'm sorry this had to happen, and it's going to take me a while to swim home, so while I'm getting myself out of this jam, why don't you watch this next feature? It's an adult education, where kids teach adults the science of being a kid. Whoa.
Today, class, we're going to talk about bullies. Can anyone tell me what a bully hates? Us? No, he hates to be called creep-face. But all bullies are creep-faces, even though they don't want to hear it. So, if you run into a bully, here are some rules to remember. 1. If you see a bully and he doesn't see you, don't say, "Hey, creep-face."
Who's stupid enough to do that?
You'd be surprised. Rule 2. If you call a bully creep-face, be sure he doesn't hear you. And rule 3. And if he does hear you, run away.
And where do we run to?
Anywhere, but get there in a hurry.
Get there in a hurry.
If a bully does catch you and asks you, did you call him a creep-face, say no.
But that would be a lie.
That's right. And if that doesn't work, tell him you have a highly contagious disease.
That's good, I do.
And if that doesn't work, scream as loud as you can. Thanks, nurse. And if that doesn't work, play dead. It works with the bears. Okay, class dismissed. Class. Class.
Wait a minute. I said medium rare. This old shoe is burnt, creep face. Hey, who are you calling a creep face?
Principles of science. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction.
Dave, come back! Come back!
Oh, I really miss you, Dave.
Dave, it's me, Dave.
Hey, Dave, don't worry. I'll host the show while you're gone.
Where did he go?
He's gone. Lost in the blackness of space.
Oh, he was a good host.
And he was so cute. And so kind and so generous.
These are the voyages of the starship Dave, our leader.
All right, everyone, now come on, cut it out.
Dave, no! Where did you go?
I escaped from outer space through a black hole.
Oh, thank goodness you're all right.
Dave, that looked like a lot of fun.
Oh, it was great, you guys.
It sure is. Here, everybody can try with some of these anti-gravity pills.
Oh, all right, finally, experiment.
Here, let me try one of these.
Yeah, me too. Here, they help your posture.
I better take 2. Oh, what a feeling.
Well, that's science in a nutshell. Join us for our next show when we meet a man who thinks flypaper is where insects get the news. And then we'll meet a dog with a talking master. Well, if you can't beat him, join him. Anti-gravity, well, here goes nothing. See you next time.